So today I'd like to share with you the following because I think the so-called internal Qigong, external art, whole bunch of stuff is a totally mess already. It is just a lot of speculation, a lot of stories. It really very misleading. And I think it's a time to totally throw this thing out and start a new platform. There's a reason for the 6133, okay? And we cannot follow anybody's definitions to speak on this internal external stuff. The Tai Chi will say the Shaolin is no good, and the Shaolin will say the Tai Chi is so and so. And all these things are a lot of marketing propaganda. Is that true? Most of them is just blown out of proportions. So today, I'd like to share with you the root of everything. Let's go to the root. And the 6133 actually is based on the root. It's not based on anybody's speculation because we want to have a law-based stuff. Okay? So let's begin. For thousands of years, the Chinese have two uniqueness in when you talk about the fighting art or martial art. One is the Si, or we call it momentum. Okay? Momentum or Si, you can find it in the Sun Tzu Art of War. Okay? And in order to play with this momentum, there is Shen Ke Zhi Hua. Shen meaning using one momentum to give birth to another. Ke meaning is counter it, against it. Zhi meaning control it. Hua meaning dissolve it. So the Chinese have this, okay? And all of this are governed by Su. Su is the strength, okay, or weight. Another what I'm trying to say is like example for Su is say like you can use earth, okay, or a wall to block the water. But if the water becomes so strong, then it will even take away your wall, okay? So that is the Su of the weight. So Chinese has been playing with this Si, and actually they are really good at it. So in Chinese, in Chinese martial art, they have this Zhao Shi. They produce the momentum, generate the momentum for their advantage, and Yong Si, using the momentum, okay, or Sun Si, you just follow the momentum and make use of it. So it is all here. Shen Ke Zhi Hua, give birth, counter, control, and neutralize, and all subject to the strength of the oppositions. Okay, so that's Si. So if you say that, oh yeah, only Shaolin only do this Ke, counter with force, well, that's not true. Chinese has been so long have this Shen Ke Zhi Hua. You cannot say, oh, Shaolin using Ke and then the internal using Hua or neutralize. This all is included, be it Shaolin or whoever. Okay, go read history. So even Sun Tzu Bing Fa, which is the art of war, thousands of years they have already this. Okay, so it's ridiculous to saying, oh yeah, only certain internal art have it in the 1700s. Sorry, this exists long before that. Okay, now another key on Chinese martial is Jing. Jing, or we call force flow now. We need to be careful. There is something, the Jing and Li are different. Li is strength. Like I hold my fist, this is the strength. Jing, okay, there's a path. If you written here, it's like a path and the force here, the combination of path and force. In today's physics, we will call it vector force. It's a force with vector, okay? And strength is just strength, pure strength. You use strength, okay? Now, in the Jing, there's two things need to be known. One is the Jinglu, the path of the flow of the Jing. Okay, the flowing path of the force flow. Another one is Jingliu, which is the force flow. Okay, so in Jing there is Jinglu and Jingliu. Jinglu is the pathway. Okay, the Jingliu is the force flow. So Jingliu take the this Jingliu take force flow take the force flow pathway to flow. Okay, hope that this clear. So the Chinese been playing with this thing for thousands of years. Okay, now because it is a technology, they evolve also to getting better and better. Okay, so this is why it come into play. Over here, when they get sophisticated, they become having this qi jing. Okay, now it's no longer just jing. They have the qi jing. Qi is in order to make it much more efficient, effective, and refined handling. Okay, now qi here is meaning, one of the meaning of it is fuxi, breathing. Another is the mai, okay, or the zhen qi, the qi which is flow within the meridians. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so the mai liu, or the pathway of the flow of the meridian is sometimes also called qi lu. Okay, the pathway of qi. Okay, so qi have breathing, and the zhen qi, or the energy flow within the meridians, and they have the pathway. And because the Chinese have the more and more sophisticated technology, they combine these two. They pay up. They found out that this thing can be paid up and make it more effective and better handling, more refined handling. Okay, so over here, qi lu, jing lu, meaning that they make the pathway of the force flow and the pathway of the qi the same, parallel. Okay, to aid the handling of the jing. So now you have a more sophisticated handling of the jing. Okay, this is where the qigong start to get into the martial arts, because they use the qigong. This qigong meaning the training of the development of the qi, this part. Okay, to aid, to support, or to make this thing this jing sophisticated and advanced in handling. Okay, so in qigong, you will have to base on the physical body, the Shen. Okay, and physical body have 4 things there. Okay, the first, this is kai jie, open up your joints. The second is su jing, like you lose your sinews and your muscle to make it lively that you can handle. Okay, song zhang, meaning that your internal organ losing up so that it be able to functions and lively. Okay, gu jia is your skeleton. Okay, so under qigong you have to handle this 4 stuff. Okay, because you need to handle your physical body. If you don't handle your physical body properly, there's no such thing as qigong, because it blocks the qi lu, the qi pathway. Okay, now, so again, here is they open up the joint. Here is you lose up the muscle, the sinews, make it lively. Here you can lose up your internal organs, and then here is your skeleton structure. Your skeleton, that it become lively. It's not holding there. Okay, it become lively. Okay, so say in the skeleton structure you have the lifting anus, 提纲. So this 提纲 is not what people think. Okay, This Tigang is actually to align the spine, okay, and the 助攻, the feet bones. That has to coupling the force down to the ground, because one stand in the ground, one need to be coupling. So this is all the thing which is functioning or need to be developed there in order to get back to be able to achieve this Qi Jing stuff. Okay, and so I like to make you 2 examples so that you know what the heck I'm talking about when I talk about different the body is stuck, there's no Jing, there's no flow, is dead, those kind of stuff. If you look like the back here, the upper back here, shoulder blade area, you see so many channels flowing here. Okay, there's a Qi, Lu, the Jing, okay? You have Du meridian and the 12 channels, those kind of stuff. Okay. If this part is stuck, you never train it and tense, this flow is not going to be smooth. And thus, the use of the force flow is not going to be well handling or refined. Well, sure, you can use strength to tense up this part, but you cannot handle this force flow, because in order to handle force flow, people have to sequentially time the muscle action here, okay, or the muscle handling here, or the joint handling here, okay. So you see, a guy who lift weight, might have strength here, but that's very different than the guy who train, open up his body, loosen up his body, and be able to handle the physical body, the spine, and to make better the force flow and the Qi flow. That's the different stuff. Okay. Another thing is here, the hip joint here. Again, you see all this thing here, the Qi flow, the energy flow here, and everything is here. If this thing is locked, like usually people do iYikKam on mind, they don't even pay attention at it. Okay, it's hopeless, because you talk about the Jing, how the heck that thing gonna flow if this is all locked up and it's never trained anyway? Okay, and you talk about Taigong, okay, lifting anus, it's for align the spine in the optimal way. So if one doesn't know this basic and keeping talking about Qi, internal art, they never even train anything. They don't even get to this bottom line. See, the bottom line is very simple. It's Si, momentum, Jing, and then Qi Jing, and the rest is derived from that. And Qigong get in because of the Qi Jing. That's all. Why does it have to be so difficult? Okay, and so the 6133 is based on this, and it's based on, like for example, you say this flow, it has to accord to Chinese medicine. You cannot say, well, my Qi flow this way, flow that way. And the human body has to base on your human anatomy and the law of physics. That is what I call law based. Okay, and momentum, same thing. You have to satisfy Newton's law. You don't just think, well, everything can come up from the thin air, right? So there's law based, and then you have to be able to systematically open up area joints, the 6 core element, the 13 states, to prepare all these things. Okay, so that's what it is. The 6 core element, 13 state, and the 3 system key, all is about this. So instead of getting all this propaganda, everybody want to claim that they're expert in what? And everybody say, well, I want to have they have the different definitions, everybody's opinion. I care less on that. I care is this thing. I care is this thing. This is the bottom line.